So, huge warm welcome to today's First Time Homebuyers seminar. My name is Tony Indley, Realtor of Excellence. And yeah, just give you a little bit of a breakdown on Realtor of Excellence. Been in the industry for the last 44 years, specializing in new developments, homes, and we're sitting on a team of 70 agents in Cape Town, where our head office is, and then we've got associated offices in Durban, another office in Switzerland, where we're doing one of the biggest developments in Europe, one of the biggest ski resorts in Europe called Andermatt Swiss Alps. And then we've also got networks in the UK and USA. Current local development stock, we're sitting at around 4,000 units with around 6 billion Rand of value. Current offshore development stock is around 5 billion Rand, and current second-hand market, we're sitting with around 3 billion Rand of sales, which we are marketing. With my team, Wayne Lawson, our team, and my partner in new developments, and our development manager Leslie, we're really excited to bring you today's First Time Home Buyers seminar. And really, it's just to give you some inputs on what's happening in the market, what's happening with property prices, who's buying, why they're buying, what parts of the markets are doing really well, what are the hot spots. So really, the first part of today is really to unpack what's happening in the market. Has there been a huge effect because of COVID? And basically, the first thing I'd like to start is, especially in the Western Cape, property is always driven by population growth. If you look at Western Cape population growth, 33% over the last 15 years. So this is really, really exciting. And if you just take the elements of property growth and population growth and people that are renting, it's really the best time to be buying property. And why do I say that? I say that because it's the lowest the interest rates have been in the last 50 years. And we're expecting maybe another rate cut today. We'll know at around 330. I think the economy does need a little rate cut. And the interest rate sitting at around 7%. So it is really cheaper to buy property than to rent. And I'm going to unpack that for you today. So really exciting, good time to buy in the market. And then, what is happening, what has been happening in sales over the last, 14 months, and really boils down to there's some really good parts of the market that are doing exceptionally well. Basically, if you have to unpack the market in the last 12 months on what is registered in the leads office, the facts and the figures show that 80% of the market was under 1.5 million. Yes, 80% was under 1.5 million Rand. Only 5% of the market was over 3 million. So any property that registered in the deeds office, only 5% of that market. And it's just obviously a lot of job cuts. Business has been under major pressure. There hasn't been that much growth in the business segment because of COVID. Restaurants, businesses, it's taken major strain. But then a lot of the people that have been renting, because it's so cheap to get a bond, a 100% bond, there's been an influx of buyers into the market getting good returns. So I see that this segment of the market over the next 2 years, if you're buying under 1.5 million, you're going to get good growth, you're going to get good returns, and it's a really good opportunity to buy. And if you look at what's actually happening in capital growth within South Africa, we're not getting double digits anymore as we were 3-4 years ago. But if you're looking at capital growth, Western Cape, you're looking at around 3.6, Eastern Cape 4%. Your national average growth is sitting around 2.5%. So there is some really good points to invest in because those markets are getting unlocked. Really good infographic here explaining to what the market is in the Western Cape at the moment. I'm going to really specialize in the Western Cape. Average purchase price in the Western Cape at the moment is sitting around 1.2 million. Your average loan, so a lot of people are able to put a deposit down. So they're able to put down 10% deposit. Average loan approved is around 86%. So that shows you that the banks are lending. They're aggressive in lending. So still very good time to be buying. First time home buyers, approval ratio is 93%. So 93% of the first time home buyers that are buying are getting approved. Average purchase price for home buyers is sitting just over 1 million. First time home buyers, average loan 965, approval ratio 83%. And really just showing it is a good time to be buying and to getting into the finance. A lot of people ask me, Tony, what about interest rates if they're going up? We don't see interest rates going up for the next 2 years. So yes, inflation is low. The economy needs to bounce back. So we don't see a major adjustment in the increase. But you can see what it has done since last year. If you're looking at, let's say you were buying a property at R1 million last year, where the interest rate was sitting at 9.75%, your repayment would have been just under 10,000. So you would have been sitting at 9,485. Now, if you take a look at that same R1 million now at 7%, so a R1 million bond is going to cost you 7,753. There's a very good chance if you're watching this right now and you're renting, there's a big possibility that you're probably paying 9,000 to 10,000 Rand rental. So if you had to get a R1 million bond right now, you'll be paying 7,700 Rand, which would be way cheaper than your rental. So we have seen a massive increase in first-time home buyers coming to the market. We've seen younger people coming to the market, and we see this very exciting because the more people that own their property in South Africa, the quicker the lower to middle income group can grow with capital growth. So we're very excited to see that. Cape Town obviously did get knocked a little bit with tourism because of obviously COVID, beaches, people coming from upcountry, offshore. But Cape Town, Western Cape, still the most amazing place to invest because it's got an amazing lifestyle. It's got the beaches, amazing outdoor life, vineyards, mountains, mountain biking. It is just absolutely a mind blow. So a really, really exciting still space to be selling property, and there's some really good hotspots for first-time home buyers. And one of the elements that we always like teaching our clients is that if you look at buying your first property, you're not going to get your castle the first time. We do see that new developments is the best way that clients can get into the property market. Firstly, the reason for that is you're buying today. The bank is giving you 100% finance. There's no transfer costs because the development is new. So you've got no upfront costs. You might pay a 15,000 Rand deposit, and it takes 12 months to build. So you've got 12 months of free capital growth. You haven't put any real money down. And by the time that property is finished in a year's time or 6 months' time, that property has grown in value between 8 and 10%, and you've put no money down. So new developments is definitely the best way to get onto the starting block. If you look at retiring one day, property is still a great investment, bringing returns, and properties at the moment with the low interest rates are getting anything between 8 and 11% yield, meaning from the money that you invest, you're getting that pure return, plus you're getting capital growth of 10%. So your money is going to grow close to 20% a year, which is, there's very few other asset classes that can help you. So a lot of people say, listen, is it the right time to buy? Absolutely, best time to be buying because the interest rates are low. If you were buying a year ago, you would have only maybe qualified for 600,000 or 700. Now you're going to qualify for $1 million. That's a very big step. Number two, the opportunities that are out there, it is a buyer's market, so you can get to choose the value of those properties, which is very good. And just to give you one of the projects that we've launched in Parklands on the West Coast. Parklands, one of the fastest growing areas in South Africa. And the reason for that is it's 20 minutes from Cape Town. You've got the MyCity bus transport system, which has got a feeder system within the area. You've got a world-class hospital, Bloberg Netcare. You've got the retail area. You've got close to 6 different retail shopping centers. You've got 4 different private schools. You've got public schools. They've just opened a business district called Sandown Square. So a lot of people living in the area, working from the area. And it's just been Cornerstone University is just opening their doors for international business degrees. So from a lifestyle, you've got the beachfronts, big and kite surfing, lifestyle, and it really is an amazing area and a good opportunity for people to get into the market. To give you an example, we've got 384 units in East Lati. which we sold out on the first phase. We launched the second phase, and basically 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units where it's fiber ready, solar geysers, 24/7 security, enclosed gardens, 20% water savings and energy savings. And we're seeing a massive demand for people to go on smaller properties. The bigger properties, the bigger the plot, it's more electricity, water costs. So properties in the future are properties that are sustainable and has got a low cost of living. Lock up and go. Security is vitally important. So we see a very big trend of people wanting to live in security states because of that sustainability. It's newer, it's modern. With new developments, you get a 5-year structural guarantee, a year on leaks and roofs. Plus, you are investing in a secure estate. If you're buying from an investment, if you're getting a bond, which I'll unpack for you now, this development is on the corner of Sandown Road and Parklands Main Road. Beautiful, right next to a green belt. Construction has started. We are already on the top floors. So these are going to be finished in June, July for registration September this year. So you're buying new. The banks are giving you 100% finance. Dalma and International Housing specializes on creating opportunities for first-time home buyers. Now, for me and our team, it is really exciting to have developers that go and find opportunities where first-time home buyers can come into the market. So if you were renting at 7,500 Rand, you could actually buy one of these and it's going to be cheaper. A bond's going to be cheaper than your rental because you've got no costs. 24/7 security, modern finishes, nice big common park areas with bra facilities. All the units down ground floor have got enclosed gardens. So really amazing opportunities to get into the market. So for example, how does this look like? Let's say our 1-bedroom units, which are 699, you put down 15,000 Rand deposit, you receive interest on that money. Your bond repayments of 100% bond is going to cost you 5,419 Rand. The rental income, so if you didn't want to live there and it was an investment, your rental will cover your bond plus your levies. So before you even started, your total cost is covered by the rental. This shows a great return. It gives you a net yield of around 10%. The graph that I showed you before of capital growth is around 4%. So you're basically getting 14% on your money over the year. But if you actually take in the 15,000, that's the only money you put down, you're getting 100% of your money, because by the time the property is finished, your property would have grown in value by 4%. You would have got 100% of your money back. So it's a really good time. That's why it is a good time to buy. If you're looking at a 2-bedroom property at 799, you also put down 15,000 Rand. Your bond repayment would be 6,200. Your rental income would be 7,500. And you will get a yield at 11%, so you're getting 15% on your money. So guys, it has never been a better time to invest, either for a first-time home buyer, for your own home, your own property, or to rent it out and get a really solid return. In this market, there's a lot more people looking to buy, a lot more people looking to rent. It's a lot lower risk, and the reason why I say that, I always use the example of a client a few years ago said, Tony, I'm going to buy a beachfront investment. So what the cost was around 2 million. And I said to him, instead of buying one property of 2 million, all your money is tied up in one property. Why don't you buy 3 properties of 700,000? So you're getting 3 returns, you're getting 3 capital growth. If anything has to happen, you can sell one of them off. There's a lot more people looking at 700,000 than 2 million. So guys, it is lower risk because it is a big market to be investing in. So if you have to rent it out, you've got a bigger market to rent out to. If you want to sell it, you've got a bigger market that you're going to sell to. And I believe that the pricing and the market's hotspots over the next 2 to 5 years is all going to be under $1 million Rand. There's more demand in that price pack, so I see great growth. And I always like using this example is the question that I put in today's webinar. Should I rent or buy? And yeah, the facts and the figures. Let's just say you were renting a property in 2020. You were paying 7,500 Rand a month, and you take that over 12 months. you're basically losing 90,000 Rand a year because you're paying for someone else's bond. So let's say you had a rent for 5 years. So you're losing 90,000 Rand. I've put no escalations or anything. 90,000 Rand a year over 5 years, you're going to lose 450,000 Rand. But you're not only losing that because you're not in the property market, you're not getting the growth because you own the property. So you're also losing the growth. So you're losing another 200,000 Rand. So in 5 years, if you're renting, you're going to lose 655,000 Rand. Now, guys, that's enough to actually buy a 1-bedroom cash over 5 years. So is it a good time to rent or buy? My answer to you is we do pre-qualifications with our team BetterBond. They will check on your statements. Do you qualify for 100% bond? All of our developments have been pre-approved by the banks already. So it's really doing a reservation agreement, offer to purchase, and we can get going on it. So a part of this webinar, you'll see there's some downloads. There's a fact sheet on Ithlati. There's a price list. You will see the available units in phase 2, and there's a reservation agreement. If you are interested to changing from renting a property, and the good news is that if you buy it today, it's still going to take another 5 months to finish. By the time, you don't pay anything until the property is registered in your name and you move in. So you still got another 5 months to save more money, to buy the furniture and everything else if you are first-time home buyer. So is renting or buying the better option? Guys, buying. The sooner you can get into the market, the quicker you're going to build your asset base. If you are interested in Ithlati or in any of our other projects, or you want to be pre-qualified, please drop us an email, or you can be in contact with Samantha and Jason. This webinar has been recorded, so everyone watching this today will get a recording of it. If there's any questions, you're more than welcome to put up your hands, and I can answer any questions that you might have. If not, you can drop me a mail, and yeah, any questions, please put up your hand and I can get back to you. Thanks, guys. I think that is it. I wanted to keep it nice, short and sweet today. I hope I touched all the bases on this webinar, first time home buyers webinar. Let us know if we can help you. If you're interested to book your unit at Ithlati, or you're looking at other options, please let us know and we'll be in contact with you. Have a great day and thanks for joining today.